furniture is just for the tropics or a home in the country, but it can integrate very well into your city home. Shai is back now to show us a little bit more about this this beautiful line of furniture.
Right.
So, Kane, there's something very vintage looking about it, or you think that, yeah, you need to be on an island?
Absolutely. So this isn't your grandparents' cane.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, but yes, where did it come from? Why is it really popular now? So French Empire or colonial furniture started to see this used a lot, and it's actually from the Far East, from India, and from that area. What it is it's actually the center part of rattan. So it's the center stem. Of rattan. Now, it's a really sturdy product, so it's something that's easy to weave, but easy to use and easy to sit on, and we don't need to worry about it. Yeah?
Right.
Now, the pieces next to you, Trace, let's look at those. Those are what people most know.
Right.
That's a very famous French-inspired design. It's called the tonneau chair, which people tend to know the black and the rattan, or the black and the caning, which is really, really popular. But let's look at it in other ways to introduce into your space. And before we do that, I just want to explain to people how this process is actually done. So we have a photo which we'll call for, and it shows exactly kind of the process that needs to be done. In you can either, if you have a bigger chair, man-made material, well, so it's not man-made, but it's machine-made sheets that are actually used to actually then replace, let's say, for example, a chair base or a chair back. And then, of course, there is, if you need to fix something, then, of course, it comes in the actual separate pieces. So
you can see from the picture, actually, that we were looking at, they're weaving those pieces together.
Yes.
And they're strong.
They're strong, and that is where you are actually going to, spend a little bit of money. So I like to tell clients, if you have a beautiful cane piece at home that is vintage or important to you sentimentally, it's absolutely worth getting it repaired rather than changing the whole seat. If it's a piece from a big box store, then absolutely get the seat repaired, changed, and it's a lot more cost effective.
Okay, good to know. So we see this in this sort of traditional contrast that we've seen it in, but then there's this beautiful day bed.
I know.
Isn't really lovely.
Stunning. I mean, this is a real statement piece, and what I like about this is, if you notice, of course, the weave with the cane is a little bit wider. So if you have a little bit of a bigger space or even a smaller space that you want it to feel larger, this is a great piece because it's open in the back. So you can flip around. It's more of that traditional settee style, but because the weave is so large, even in a smaller space, it feels airy. It's just beautiful and a real statement piece. So we've paired it because we're talking, like you say, about the tropics. That's where it's really popular from. The beautiful pastels, the florals. Lovely. Isn't that great? And it just really balances everything really, really nicely.
Very nice. Okay, let's move along to this piece here, which is also beautiful.
Right. So in a tagere or a shelving unit, this is great. Now, the thing about this is it's kind of interesting because the caning is, of course, on the actual shelf itself, on the base. So you have to be careful, guys, not to put anything too heavy on it because then it's actually going to pull through. However, if you absolutely love it and you want to keep it, but you want to put, let's say, for example, to have this in an open concept dining room, have beautiful, Sarah was showing the porcelain. So have beautiful porcelain on this. I would cut a piece of glass to actually sit right on top of it.
That
and
makes
then you can
sense.
put that, and then it's actually sitting on the frame itself and on the cane. But I mean, think about it. You can really have a really versatile piece here. So whether or not it's for linens, whether or not it's for books, it's so versatile. I can see this piece going from my foyer into the living room, into a bedroom, into the bathroom, anywhere, and you can really make it work in the space.
Very nice. Okay, so using it a little bit differently here, you've got it on the back of a chair. And that's nice because you've paired it into your dining space, your eat-in.
Correct. So, cane chairs is something that we know and we've seen them before, but it's done in a really interesting way in this. And what's really fun now is, I love the idea of being able to go out and buy pieces at a thrift store or at a vintage shop. So you oftentimes you're going to just find one. And then you're like, I just find, what can I do with it? It's all about the eclectic look now, guys. So whether or not you buy one and then find something similar, has a similar feel, you can really make an interesting little kind of conversation area. And if you have a very small space at home and you're really kind of looking just for an eat-in almost in your living area and your kitchen area, a dinette this size is perfect. You, your husband, your partner, whatever, you're sitting here, it's just a perfect size, perfect scale, and it has that real French feel to it.
It really does, that bistro feel. Lovely. Okay, really lovely piece here. This is, what is this?
This is, you know I had to bring this. This is a bar.
Oh! Of
Yeah,
course
right?
it is.
This is fantastic. Now, I love, 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 love this piece. But what we're noticing here is that,
gorgeous.
right? Cane furniture tends sometimes, guys, to be a little bit feminine. This, I wanted to show that you can absolutely do cane furniture in a more masculine space.
Yes.
So, you know, the fact that this is a bar is just because that's what they sell it as, but we can use it whatever we want.
It can be a dresser, you know,
100%.
put whatever you want in there.
An entry piece, you know, if I see I have a mirror above. But what I wanted to show you guys is if you pair it and then balance it with black, that tends to give it that masculine feel. Because I could have put here, you know, a dusty rose or a lighter carpet, maybe, you know, paired it with the different chairs, and all of a sudden it's going to feel very feminine. But here, guys, this is for you guys at home. You know, you can, or these women who like a more masculine feel in their space, absolutely go with, you know, the feminine, what you consider to be feminine, and then balance it a little bit with the black detail.
Yes, I like that you mentioned that, because I do find there are a lot of trends in decor that tend to sort of veer towards that more feminine, light,
100%.
soft. So there is a way to make this feel a little bit more sturdy and hardcore. I want to give a shout out to HomeSense and Cane Works for some of the great pieces you brought in today, Shai. Thanks for the lesson.
You're welcome.